Never fails. I always seem to make it in here when I'm doing mechanic work. I cut myself here on a machined edge, which I had said to be very careful of. Hey, I got to apologize on this video here. I had a good microphone and I put it right at my throat. It caught every minute little noise. So I apologize for that. I hope this video is helpful. This is extra credit. You don't necessarily have to paint your parts, but it's something I always like to do. So I just have a spray bottle. I love these little spray bottles with water and soap, Dawn dish soap. And no, this is just to kind of get the grease the first go around. Let's see what I got in mind here. I just really want to cut back that grease. Wipe it down here. Just a moment. Whoops. Now we don't want to leave this water and Dawn dish soap on here, so I'll show you what I do next. It'll rust things up. It'll just really wreak havoc on everything. But it does get the major grease off here, so that's what we're looking for. I want this thing to be so clean you can eat off of it, because we're gonna paint it. I like to paint things so they don't rust before I put them back together. So that's not too shabby. The outside isn't as critical as this inside here. We don't want these machine surfaces to rust in here. But we're not going to worry too much about that, because make sure she's reasonably dry right on into the bore here. Be careful when you're rubbing your hands and things around in here. These edges can be extremely sharp. So for this next part, I got a mild, ooh, that almost fell off. I've got a very good work surface here. Mild solvent, it's kerosene right here. And of course, just gonna pour that in this pulley here. That's the pulley for the power steering pump. Got everything taken apart. We're gonna start by well, use a rag. There's not quite enough room for that guy in there. We're gonna wipe down the inside. I should be wearing rubber gloves for this, but I don't have any. They got so flippin' expensive with COVID that I don't have any right now. You know, they went from a few cents a piece to way more money. All right, now we can use this brush on the outside here. We really want this thing to be super clean, because I'll show you how I paint it for just a few bucks. It's pretty simple. I try to do this with all my parts, and it only takes a few minutes, so. I'm in southern Arizona here, so this will dry out very quickly. And before we paint it, we're actually going to clean it one more time. I'm just going to set this aside for now. She'll dry right up. This is my piston. Get it hit real good with some of this kerosene here. Clean it up. This stuff will evaporate right away. Okay, some towels here. Now these machine surfaces, you want to be very careful that you don't nick them or anything. If you do, and you know what you're doing, you can deburr them with a file. However, it's best you just are careful. And this is my pitman shaft. Go ahead and wipe him down real good. You require a little more cleanup at the top here. This is not critical. This is got an O-ring here to seal it up, so we're not going to worry too much about it. But we're going to clean that dirt off before we put it all back together. I really would love a parts cleaner. I don't have to do this all the time. Here we go. So, nice and clean, not too bad. That ought to do it. Okay, so we're gonna hit these with one last thing here. Engine starting fluid is the most amazing cleaning solvent you can find. It's I think it's got ether in it, and this is carb cleaner, so you want to make sure and wear a mask when you do this. But we're going to hit these things really quick with these before we're done. I'm going to get the inside of the piston here. Make sure you got your mask on and gloves. I'm out of gloves. Sneak into the kitchen really quick here. Some of my favorite stuff to use are these Scotch-Brites. I'll show you something here really quick. Cut myself off a section, don't need a lot. So it's a little worn out, but this is a brown Scotch-Brite. They make gray ones as well. And these you use for auto body. This is really good if you want to scuff and buff a vehicle and scuff and spray a vehicle. These brown Scotch-Brites. However, when you don't care about the abrasiveness, these ones for your kitchen work just fine, and that will help get this polished up here where that dirt has embedded itself. And here it's not too critical. This is the old O-ring. It's not too critical scratching this because the sealing part is the O-ring. Get that all scuffed up here and get that embedded dirt out of there. It's just coming right off. I love these Scotch-Brites. You can never have enough of these. I guess these are made from recycled plastic pop bottles and stuff, but they work wonders. Also, when I built my 4L60E, that's my old one, I honed the accumulator bores, the piston bores with these Scotch-Brites. Just a good scuff to take the shine off so that it would, the new seals would seat correctly. So a little bonus here, I'm going to paint the parts. I really encourage doing this. I like doing it because I can easily spot oil leaks then, and I want my stuff to last a lot longer, so it helps seal it against rust. I'm going to go ahead and tape everything up here, and then I'll be right back with you. So everything's all taped up. I'm going to go ahead and paint it. I want to explain the paints I use here. I love this Rust-Oleum rust reformer. So this casting here for the body of the gearbox tends to have a little bit of rust flash on it. I'm going to hit it first with this. I don't believe these other two, the pitman cover or the valve cover, need the rust reformer. First we'll hit that with the rust reformer, the body. The next thing I want to do is, you don't have to have the engine paint. It's very expensive. It has ceramic in it. However, these are silver parts. I want to keep them silver just for authenticity's sake. And then I will paint the body black with Rust-Oleum semi-gloss. This stuff works awesome. You should always have in your garage this Rust-Oleum here. And especially this, when I'm changing tires, I'm doing brakes, I'm doing maintenance, changing oil, I see there's a bare spot on the frame or somewhere the metal is exposed. I hit it real quick with some window cleaner, scratch it clean with a brush, and then I hit it with this just as preventative maintenance. Things will last a lot longer then.